He's ready to go too. Check him out.
Yeah, he's ready.
He's ready to be the first American two-time world champion.
Yeah.
Ari Farias is ready to right a wrong, though. If you remember from
That's
several
right.
years ago, there was a match in the finals, and because he walked out of the boundary area to celebrate at the end, he was assessed a penalty, and that penalty, in the way that the match was assessed, caused him to end up losing the match. And so he took a little break from competition after that, did some soul searching, and he's back, and he's trying to see if he can make that opportunity happen again. And he's close now, very, very close. And only Mikey Musumeci stands in his way.
Yeah, and last year he was up. They were very close fighters. It was, I believe it was like 10-8. But then in the final 6-7 seconds, he got swept, and Musumeci was up by an advantage because of that and lost.
And we see Musumeci playing some close guard here. He did this in one of his previous matches against Barros, and he played a little bit of the sort of lapel rubber guard that you'll see guys do from time to time, Sean. And I'm guessing that Farias took out Joao Miao on his way to the finals here, Sean.
Yep. Farias played pretty conservatively on this side. Used 50-50 a lot to maintain a lead. And he has an advantage right now, so. Trying to kick out.
Musumeci, one of the most feared Barambolas in the game.
Yeah. Now he's going on a straight footlock here, Farias, but that's going to let Musumeci pull that in. Now he's going to grab the hip, Farias. See this right hand, probably go and get the pants. Yep.
Marcio Barbosa Jr.
Musumeci
Please to the main table with
working
your
on extending Farias out here. May look to come up here in a moment. You mentioned that in their last match from last year, Sean, that it was 8-10, which tells me that they exchanged sweeps quite a bit in the match.
A lot of 50-50, I believe, as well. And just at the very end there, Farias actually made a mistake, it looked like to me. He sort of fell forward, and that's Musumeci capitalized. I don't think he's going to make that now. So he did a good job here earlier today of keeping 50-50 when he needed it, which is when he was ahead. Musumeci has that right arm overhooked of the leg, and that's preventing Farias's knee to get to the mat. So it's not quite not the same position as he was using today.
Musumeci looking to come up here, maybe.
Yeah.
He's trying to set it up just perfectly, I think. Once he would probably like to come up into a drag, but realistically, Musumeci does a great job of coming up into like a crab ride or a drag, and he uses that just to stay on the back. He just keeps chasing.
And he's got legs. He's able to get those knees, and see how his knee comes in there like that. That's kind of odd flexibility a little bit.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. He's one of those rare guys that can actually be in a squat and sitting on the ground at the same time.
Yeah. And I don't know if he just looked over at his corner like, I just shocked myself by getting to this position, but we missed a facial expression that looked to me like, did I really just get my legs into this position? But
there is a knee bar here,
oh
but
yeah. And for a minute, yeah, see how that left leg is coming down by the butt?
yeah,
That looks like,
Ari's going to get out of this, though. He's going to be able to turn this over. He's going to sit on his left hip and be able to get out of this.
let's see if Musumeci tries to bring the right leg over around.
Yeah, that would have helped him be able to keep that knee bar, but now this lapel position here, this allows Musumeci to open up and keep his legs open without fear of Farias stepping out of the 50-50.
Yeah.
And I've seen this used all day today for guys to try to come up to the top position out of 50-50.
See how he squeaked that left knee in there underneath that leg? It's unique for him because of the way he has some flexibility like that and can get those legs in.
Musumeci looking to stand up now. Farias going to have to be careful here not to wind up with Musumeci on his back. It'll be interesting to see how this is scored. I will say this much, the officials have done a good job of putting everyone on notice that if you strategically fall out of bounds, they will punish you. And I don't know if that's what's going to happen to Farias here today, but Gabriel Arges certainly paid the price earlier today.
He was DQ'd in his match versus Langacker, right?
That's correct. Langacker took his back and sunk in a rear naked choke, and Arges walked over onto the boundary line, and then he toppled over and fell out of bounds, but it was a little too late. You can't walk basically on the out of bounds line. He was trying to use it strategically, and you can't do that. It's against the rules.
Musumeci with this belt grip over the top is a good one to have in the guard. If you're gonna attack, it's a good posture control, but better to have the head in the inside, really. Like, if you're gonna start attacking, there you go. That's actually a better position for Musumeci to bring that right leg up the middle.
Yeah, and this is the guard that he was using a little bit earlier, or it looks like he's getting ready to set up the guard that he was using a little bit earlier here.
Yeah, the belt grip is a real pain. Good for this left foot's on the hip. If you can keep that arm on that side, you can go after triangles, and this is what he's going after.
Yes, and he's got it. He held Thiago Barros in this position for about 3 minutes earlier and just forced him to choose between a triangle and an omoplata, and that's exactly what he's doing. And Farias gets himself free. Musumeci now on the back looking to set the twist stroke, see if he can't get the back. Farias trying to keep him off, but Musumeci nearly on the back now. He has the first hook. Can he get the second? Two minutes, 26 seconds left to go.
Farias trying to keep the hook out.
Musumeci trying to do everything he can to threaten both the choke and the hook at the same time. And now that hook here, you can see it snaking, and there's that flexibility coming into play.
Farias needs to drop to his hip real hard to wipe Musumeci off of his back. See that nice left hook on the ankle of Farias to try to wedge the foot out there. And
there he goes. Keeps trying to put it in. Farias doing a good job with that left hand, keeping that foot outside of his hip bone there. They are in the middle of the mats here, so there's no boundary line to save Farias here. He's going to have to get himself out.
There it is.
There's the hook.
He got it.
And that is going to define this match as he now locks in the body triangle. He takes a 4-0 lead with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Can Mikey, and he's almost celebrating a little early. I mean, it bodes well for him. I mean, he's in a great position right now.
He really is.
But he needs to stay focused on the task at hand here. Can he get the finish on?
Well, certainly, he's got to feed that lapel right there and then go get the other lapel. Can't quite get that grip. Fares is hand fighting well.
And with the body triangle on, there's really not a lot for Farias to do here, is there, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a long way to go to catch up by 4. Get out of the body triangle, but there's just, I mean, down by 4, no, 15 seconds.
And it's got to be hard to watch this time tick down as Mike Musi goes for the finish here at the very end with 6 seconds left. Switching out to the arm lock. Mikey Musumeci, 2-time American world champion in the light featherweight division. History in the making. No American ever has done it twice, Sean.
Wow.
There's a lot more world titles in this young man's future.
Yes, I agree with you.
Michael Musumeci Jr.